makes no difference what you're going through. You're gonna make it. God's gonna see you through. Hold your head up, put a smile on your face. This is another test. It won't last always. So get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. I know you've been hurting deep down inside. Let me encourage you, it's gonna be alright. Troubles and trials come to make you strong. Keep on believing, you keep holding on. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Get ready for your blessing. For your blessing. Get ready for your miracle. For your miracle. Thank you, Jesus.
See you, Dean. Good morning. So Markadoo here with Serve Media Group, where we put your business in the street. But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things should be added unto you. Believe that. Man, what a weekend. Had a great weekend, man, talking to a lot of my business associates around the globe. And it's just like this feeling where you know that everything's going to be all right, that no matter what's going on, everything's going to be all right. You know, a lot of my topic, a lot of conversation this weekend was around the youth and how we're going to get the youth moving in the right direction. But, you know, today's broadcast is putting your youth in a better position so they can prosper. All right? The lines, I'm going to open up the lines early today at 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. And we're going to really help our babies get what they need and what they deserve. Okay? But we got to put our children in a better position. But I want to go back in time and talk about my life. Okay? I remember when my mother put me into baseball. Man, I didn't want to play no baseball. I didn't want to do nothing. What I wanted to do was hang around the house and do the things that, you know, normally I would do, you know, play, whatever. But her, she made me do it. Sometimes you gotta make your kids do something. And I remember when the coach, and I know his name is Bean 43, Al Bronski, out of Boston, the Titans, and Bean would throw me the ball. He said, "Come on, boy, come on, man." He throw me the ball. He rolled it to me at first, and then he said, "Go on, throw it back." So I rolled on back. He did it again. Before you know, he was throwing it, and I'd catch it, and I'd throw it back. Before you knew it, I was like, yeah, I like this. Then the running drills, and come to find out, even at that age, 10 years old, I had a real good arm. I could really throw a ball, right? So I ended up being a pitcher for the team. I mean, you're talking about Little League. And my mother will tell you, my family that ever came, Michael, Charlene, they will tell you, by the time the second year, I was firing that ball like nobody's business. I mean, I'm talking about a hot pitcher. And I started to dream a little bit that I could be, you know, a pitcher. Because then I started watching people like Vita Blue, and he was playing, and I'm telling my age now, right? So, from the Oakland A's, and I got to a point where I started to play other positions on the field, right? I can remember that my arm was so good, I used to throw people out on a fly coming in the home plate. Now Now the coach, Bing, was trying to teach me to throw the ball and skip it into the plate. But I was never really, I practiced it. But as long as I had that arm, I come up firing. You know, they coming around that third place, and I come up firing that ball. So the essence of what I'm telling you, my mother put me in a position to win at something, right? But the deal was, when I was 10 years old, and this is why I really catered to the youth. When I was 10 years old, these two Jewish guys taught me business, the 5 principles of international marketing. So they started teaching me marketing. And I got so good at it. By 11 years old, I was so good at it that I was recruiting other kids to sell the product, the candy for me. Now, they didn't teach me that. They were really amazed that I could take that, which was an opportunity, and how I advanced the opportunity. I told one of my associates just this morning, I said, even if I wasn't doing this, what I'm doing now, I can come work with him and make $250,000 a year just selling, because the marketing strategy, I'm not even into selling. These men put me in a mindset that selling is just, selling when you sell is techniques. But I had got in my mind that distribution, and recruiting and all that was an art, and that I knew I was good at it. I knew, matter of fact, I'm great at it now. But the thing is, we got to now put our children in a better position, a greater position. But we want to teach them things like marketing, distribution, mass distribution. It's so imperative that we help them move in that direction. But we're going to get a little deeper with this. 404-286-6700. That's 404-286-6700. Let me tell you what I really feel about the youth and what's going to happen. It don't last that long, first of all. Dig that. It don't last long. They're only children for a season, right? Then they get up to this point where these kids are like 14, 15 years old, 17 years old. At this point, they are angry as all get up and go. And I'll tell you why. That we didn't put them in a position to win. And when a child becomes a young adult, they know it. They know it with every fiber of their body that you as a parent, you as a guardian, didn't help them with something to help them along the way. And I don't blame them for being angry. And you wonder why these children are going buck wild out here, right? But guess what? We have the opportunity, and there's an opportunity to now get our children a lot more involved with our businesses, and also getting them involved with things they love to do. Let me tell you something. If your child loves to get into video, because I found out yesterday, I pushed my son, I said, really what you want to do? And you ask your children, I swear, I don't care who you are, ask your child, say, what do you want to be when you grow up? As you get older, because they're already growing up, 15, 16 years old, they're there, okay? They're just little adults, right? Just waiting to get there. Ask your children. Ask anybody's child. Say, what do you want to do when you... Most children I ask that question to, guess what the answer is? I don't know. And that's a travesty, ladies and gentlemen. That's absolutely bonkers. When you are now, you got children that don't know what they want to be. They asked me what I want to be. I said, a businessman. That's what I want to be. And guess what I am today? A businessman. Because I knew at 12 and 13 years old, I knew that this was the thing that made me more happy than anything. Because I knew by the age of 13, I was making more money than my mother. So I knew that this was the thing that was going to separate me from everybody else, right? So do yourself a favor. As children, your grandchild, I don't care who it is, could be your neighbor. You know, they're a decent kid. He said, what do you want to do? Because if you don't start getting this child's mind in the right path of what they want to do, don't think for a second you can recover. There's a saying that I love to use. Don't wait till it's too late. Because once that child's mind gets set up in a way where let's say they get involved with a drug dealer, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You can forget it. Because that drug dealer is going to do one thing. It's going to love that child more than you did. At least this drug dealer is giving your child, opportunity, right, to make some money. And that is the premise of why we got to get our children on the right track. I found yesterday my son wants to be in video. Guess what? I also said, come on, son, what else do you want? And first he said, I don't know. So to me, it was like he would blow me off. And I know that I've been there, done that. I don't know. I said, no, you're going to give me an answer because then I gave him the scenario. I said, son, if you don't begin to practice or know where you want to go, you are going to fail. You cannot figure this stuff out as you're going to 17, 18 years old. You got to know what you want so that I can help you. I told him, I said, how many people you think I know, son? He just said a lot. He said, I can't put a number on it. I said, thousands of people. I said, whatever you want, I can help you get it. I said, all the people you know, and that ain't a lot, I'm the one that can help you get there. I said, once your mother and I begin to put the three of us, begin to put our minds together, the brains together, what's going to happen to you is you're going to be able to now work with the things that you love to do. I said, don't you want that for yourself? Of course, they're going to say yes. I said, what else you want to do? He said, well, I like games. I said, well, we need to get you around some people that's what they do. They build games, they build video games, teach you how to build the apps where people are clicking on that app and they're paying you to come on there, come on your apps. I said, wouldn't you want that? And he said, yeah. So guiding our children and putting them in a better position is the way to go. You will see the stress level. This is why my wife works with youth in meditation and yoga, because the courts, some of it's court. These kids are from the courts, right? So because their stress level so high that they need yoga, like grown folks do. They got the same pressures and stress that we have. And let me tell you something. These kids that are taking those classes, yoga and all that, they have money issues. They are angry with the world. They're angry with their parents for them not putting them in a better position. There's an old saying, kids will blame you, right? Kids are going to blame you for their personal defects of character. Trust me. Trust me on that. Not only are they going to blame you, they're going to blame the community, they're going to blame the world for their problems. It's just a natural phenomenon, brothers and sisters. Just a natural phenomenon. And we got to work a little bit harder. Listen, if I feel like this, if I give my son the opportunity to work with some people that work in the position that he wants to be in, he's more likely to support me in business. He gonna give me what I want because I'm giving him what he wants. That's just a natural thing. You help me, it's like you help me, I help you. Yeah, come on now. It's just simple, right? It's a simple. I think that's a great trade-off. I give my son what he wants, and then my son will give me what I want. I think that's fair. That's an even Steven exchange. I love it. Because we go through it as an adult. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Come on, man. That makes sense. This is why I love helping people. Because the more people I help, they're more adapt to go help somebody else. And this way, and even in this industry that I'm in, the fragrance industry, to be able to take a product, help these children build their own brand, right? But I insist, and I highly insist. I said, when I teach you this system, your job is to teach another kid this system. This is why the simplicity is the name of the game. We want to make sure that whatever we do to better our youth, you got to make sure it's very simple, fast, right, and easy. Because the more complicated it is, the more complicated it is. So you got to make sure that it's fast, easy, and simple. Phone calls are open now. Lines are open 404-286-6700. 404-286-6700. If you have a youth with situations, open up your heart. Let's talk about it. I want to make sure that you understand that when we have opportunities, it changes the whole fabric of our society, right? The whole fabric of our community, the whole fabric of our household. It's very, very important that you let your children know that there's an opportunity in everything that they're beginning to do. We have to seize their brain cells, because if we don't, we're in big, big trouble. I can only, and this is what I love about this information, these stories and stuff, because I can look at my own life, and I look at, my son Mark, right? And I gave him an opportunity when he was at a young age. I was pumping it at him. I said, you gotta have your own business. You gotta have your own business. And then it got to a point where he was like probably 19, around 20. And he was, going to college. And I said, hey son, I'm building this business for you. What am I gonna do when if something happened to me? Everything I do is for you. And now he comes to work with me believing that this one day gonna be his, right? So what I do, I made sure his name was on it. So now, when that day comes when I'm ready to retire or move on to glory, that I know that my children and my children and my children's children is hitting it. I want to be able to know that the legacy that I leave my children, I get to see it before I die. I'm already set up. It's already set up. The legacy is already set up. And that is alive and well. And that all I got to do, when I turn 72 years old, is now come over there and start teaching. And they said, they were like, you know, where's the founder? Let's get that brain in here, right? Let's start working on that brain. Let's get some of that brainiac stuff that he was spitting out ever since he was 10 years old. And this is what the cause and effect is for our children. Let me tell you something, folks. Your children, I'm going to talk positives instead of negative on this one. Your children are more likely to take care of you when you get older, you become elderly. Because they feel in their spirit that you ain't did nothing. And kids are pretty smart. Now they may love you. They may love you, but when it's time that you need to get to the hospital or you need to get this done, you need somebody to change your stinking drawers, that they'll be there to make sure that you get the assistance that you need, right? It's very, very important that we educate our child, to let them know, is let them see the things that you have done to put them in a position to win. I want to see you win, no matter what it takes. This is a competition. Life has always been a competition. Winning is the name of the game, ladies and gentlemen. And when you put youth in a position to win, then all you got is winners. When I talk to the youth, I make sure that I said, you got to teach somebody else. I said, what would it be like for you making all this money and all your little friends are making money too? You done taught them the 5 principles of international marketing. You taught them the difference between selling and distribution. You taught them the difference between distribution and mass distribution. And once you get your friends involved with what they're doing, the increase is there. You win because now you ain't got a bunch of dummies hanging around you. You got people working in the same industry as you, and they are knowledgeable. That is where the rubber meets the road. Is when you got a child, each one teach one, each one reach one. And then when you have that formula, and you teaching your children the formula is to share. The greatest gift that God is ever going to give us is to share. It says it right in the Bible. One of them things, if you really want to take it there, let's take it to the Bible. For God so loved the world so much, He gave His only begotten Son. And that's where it's at. You think that's the greatest gift that you're ever going to get. When God blesses us, we are His children. And when we can bless other children to bless other children, we're going to change the fabric of our society, ladies and gentlemen. It's just that simple. It's just that easy. And you watch how fast it happens. It's going to be quick and it's going to be in a hurry. I believe that God has given me and given us all an opportunity to change the society the way it is. Once we teach the freedom, our children have freedom, right? And teach them to win, right? We're still going to have enough bad kids to go around. All the kids ain't going to want to be somebody. Why? Because they were cut from another different cloth. Listen, when you grow up in a hostile environment, the chances that you're going to grow up in a hostile environment. I did. I was very hostile. I mean, it was enough whoopings to go around. There's a lot of fighting. A lot of drugs, alcohol, and it was a turmoil all around me. And it consumed me at some point. But this is why it's very important to put your children in a winning position, so they can wake up one day and they can say, you know what? I appreciate my mother. I appreciate my father. Because I told my youngest son yesterday, I said, I guarantee you, and I looked him right in his face, right in his eyeballs, and I said, I guarantee you, you're going to thank me one day. And I said, I can't wait till you say it. Because, look, I said, it's my job, it's my duty, son, is to bless you. I said, I picked you. I picked you as a son. I picked you. You're mine. You're part of me now. I'm going to make sure you win. I said, I got to know what I'm shooting for, though. You just keep telling me what you want, and I'm going to keep putting you in the positions to win. And I got the right people in my family, because some of my associates, my family, to help him get with the things that he needs. Now I'm going to still open up those lines, 404-286-6700. And again, that's 404-286-6700. I want some of you, because some of you now are starting to get the lotions, some of y'all are starting getting the oils, and I recommend that you do a couple of things. Teach them how to begin to really make the products, how to assemble the products, put them labels on, let them get the experience of it all. And this is what I recommend. That you, once you go get you your bottles, once you start teaching them to make it like this, then you're going to pour it down to the ounce size, the plastic bottles, the ounce size. Right? You're going to put the labels on them ounces, and you're going to begin to squeeze and fill those things up, and you market those 1 ounces for $2 a bottle. You market those 1 ounce bottles for $2 a bottle. For every bottle that's sold, you give your son or your daughter $1. What you think? You think that's a good idea? Because I believe it's a great idea. Today, no later than tomorrow, not only we got the lotion, now we're going to have the bath and shower gel in the gallon jugs as well. So you're going to be able to make that product right on the spot. Better yet, we are now getting ready to go a grade up on our oils. We're getting ready to take out the oil game to a whole nother dimension. We got new designs that are getting ready to drop out soon. That polo red and a couple other different names, some of them are. Give me a few names. Creed Aventus.
Yep.
Bar number 9, so because it's like a few of those, right?
Versace Fresh.
Versace Fresh.
Yellow Diamonds.
So a lot of different products going to be coming your way. We're going to get to a point where we ain't running out of nothing. We'll have everything that we need to make sure that your children, the children prosper as you prosper. Just the dealing with the youngest one and still dealing with the oldest one. It just, everything I do is really for these guys. See, I think about, when the little bit I get out of it, I'm on the back side of my 100 years, right? I'm coming out the other end now. So I've been on this earth over 50 years, right? So I know I'm on the backside of my life, right? So the things that I do now are more to help these guys and assist these guys into pressing forward, making sure they'll be able to put themselves in a better position. Now I'm gonna go back to the simple things that we need to teach our children. And I want you to begin to ask the question to your youth. Ask them about, say, what is the one thing they're gonna need to move product around the globe? And then instead of using the word product, say, what's the number one thing you gotta be to make sure that you, as an individual, be able to express to people around the globe who you are. And the answer is going to be a brand. Everybody, listen, let me tell you something. And I learned this when I was 10, and I realized when they told me that I'm the brand, I'm the number one brand, and I started to realize, and I started thinking about people like Sam Walton. There ain't no such thing as the Walmart without Sam Walton. It was impossible. He is the brand. He dead or alive. Sam Walton is the brand of Walmart. Now Walmart, think about it. Let's talk about Walmart. What does Walmart manufacture? I'd like somebody to call in and tell me that crap. What do Walmart manufacture? Zero. Walmart has done to us what J. Paul Getty has done to us over the years. What is it? Using 1%, in their case, of hundreds of thousands of people's efforts, instead of using 100% of their own. What do McDonald's manufacture? You think they're gonna a McDonald's chop shop down somewhere where they're grinding out the beef to make those patties? No, they hire another company to do it. You think McDonald's is printing out their own paper? No, they outsource that, right? So the brand, which is Ray Kroc, right? They just farm out everything. Now, and there's another joker I love it, and it's Bill Gates. Because in Microsoft, it wouldn't be no Microsoft without him. And that's one of the greatest brands on the planet right now, is Bill Gates. He putting it to us. He making sure that he said he's not going to sleep, right? Until he put a PC in every bedroom, every household. Reminds me of Henry Ford, right? His brand is still, Henry Ford's name is still bumping. After all these years, his name is still bumping. His brand. What was the greatest quote that he ever said? Do you know, John?
No, that's not.
It's around color. He said, you're going to have any color car you want. It's as long as it's black. Because he wasn't trying to spit out all the colors at the beginning. All the Model Ts and all that were black, black, black. He had the market really on lock over here in the United States. And he could do whatever he wanted to do. And he just built a brand that was strong and vibrant, right? This is what we got to teach our children, to be manufacturers, get them to stop making the products, getting their hands involved, and they can create their own wealth, right? They got to do it now. We can't wait. You put their hands on these products. Get them to come up with another brand. See how creative they are, right? But remember, they'll do more for you if you do more for them. And then that takes us over to what is going to move that brand around the globe. What's the number one thing going to move that brand around the globe?
Quality.
That's a good answer. Marketing. You can't move product. It's hard to move out. You ask anybody been in business, they need some marketing. And what moves product better than anything? Anything. You go out, sell, it ain't going to bring in no big dollars.
Like you said, well, not like what you said, but McDonald's, you were saying something about McDonald's.
Yeah.
And how they don't make a thing, they don't manufacture nothing. But their marketing is superb.
It's supreme. You kidding me? It is McDonald's marketing is supreme. Their marketing was so supreme. I believe, to me, their marketing was so supreme that I believe McDonald's, as far as I'm concerned, I believe was the first brand that seared their images into my brain cells. It was like in the 60s when I first probably seen it. When did they really come out? Because it was the 60s when I was born in the 60s, so when I started to really notice the McDonald's, because there weren't a lot of them around, because I'm from Boston, so there's not a lot of McDonald's in Boston, so when I seen one, I knew what it was.
I'm thinking in the 80s, they were so good that they put a toy.
Yeah.
The kids didn't even want the burger.
They
were still buying the Happy Meal. That's ingenious.
It's genius. And when you can just walk and just see a letter, that's when it started great. When that big old arch, I'm like, wow, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. You know? And you're talking about somebody that's young, and I was impressed. I'm going to tell you something. I was when my brothers were looking at cartoons, cause I didn't like cartoons. I just didn't like them. But I had to sit there and watch it. You know, some cartoons made a little bit more sense to me, like the Jetsons. I said, man, this could happen one day, right? This could really actually happen. But what excited me was the commercials. I would tell them, shh, be quiet. I'm trying to listen to this commercial because I want to know how they can take something inside a tube like that and they make you like that thing. And then my mother bring it into the house. I'm like, that is ingenious. Marketing is where it's at. And that's why we got to market to our youth. We got to market to them in a way where they know that they're going to be successful one day. We have to it's almost like brainwashing. Marketing is like brainwashing. And we got to brainwash our children into believing that they're going to be great someday. But guess what? You better have the tools to go with it. You better be branding them with something, because without that, you just talk. You're all fluff, right? Which leads me to the third one, and I was just talking about that, is the psychology. If you don't have the brand, the marketing, and now psychology, there's so many different psychological people. Companies pay psychologists millions of dollars a year to get us to buy their product. They pay the psychologists well. And I know you heard me say this before. They have used fragrances in Walmart to get you to buy more. It's just, they put the fresh stuff in the front. They put a hint of grapefruit, in the air to get you to, because grapefruit makes you buy more. lot of people don't know that. Grapefruit makes your body warm. And I love grapefruit smells. We gotta get our children in the position where our psychology is so supreme that they realize that, just like Mark did, he realized that working with me was the way to go. I said, where else? I said, Mark. And I was pouring it on him. I said, where else you gonna go, man? These jobs ain't gonna pay you the things you need. You got a business now. You got a whole business, and it got your name on it. My name's on it. That means your name is on it. So it only makes sense for you to come work with yourself. It's your own. Come learn how to take over your own market. Be your own boss. It was just on and on and on. Listen, I got my boy Keith down there in New Orleans. It's funny, his daughter, I'm gonna ask her what happened with that one day. His daughter asked for some crawfish. Tell Keith, I need some crawfish. And he said, you told my daughter, tell my daughter that you gonna wash a vehicle. That's too low. You're gonna sit up here and you're gonna wash my vehicle. See, it's that give and take. You can't just give your children, just give it away to them. You can't do that. You gotta show them where they're gonna end up earning their way through life, right? That there's a price to pay. Yes, this is why children. Mark, transfer is not back. I need to put that transfer in. Hey Patrick, call back in about 1 minute. I'm gonna tell you when to do it, okay? Yeah, I got my phone transferred. All right, peace. This is what I love about this broadcast. Now I like to use her name. This ain't the Oprah Winfrey show. Right? Oprah can't answer her phone when she's on the set. She can't do it. She can't tell it. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I'm on the air right now. Call back in on another number. I love Oprah, boy. She's a bomb, man. We are in a position now more than ever to help our children to get to that other side. Let me tell you something. The next thing on the list is how you will teach your child to teach another child. We gotta get smarter, folks. We gotta get smarter, man. Call in at 404-286-6700 and 404-286-6700. How you will get your child to teach another child? Simplicity. It better be so easy that a caveman can do it. It's just that simple. It gotta be so easy, a 5-year-old can do it. My youngest distributor, I met him a couple of weeks ago, is 6 years old. He was 5 when he started. He is 6 years old, happy as a lark. You hear me? I don't know any happy larks, but he is happy. You know that he has his own business. Excuse me. Carl, you on there?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Patrick. What's going on with you?
Nothing, man. I had to chime in at this moment because you were talking about something we've been talking about in church service. And when you spoke about Mark taking on the business and you let him know, this is yours. This is for you. This is me. And what is me is you. And that goes back to what we learned in Genesis 1:26-27, as well as the second chapter in 7th verse, where it talks about God made us in His image, and you made Mark in your image.
Sure did. Too much, so real close too. He almost look as good as me.
And so, and what we are allowed to do is be heirs of the God's kingdom. See what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so by us being heirs of God's kingdom, we are little gods. We are made in His image. We are powerful, you know what I mean? And you were telling Mark that he is powerful because he is an heir to the kingdom of heavenly body products.
The king of the throne.
Yeah. And it's amazing because you got to look at, in the Word, it says that we are those heirs. We are made in the image of God. And so when Jesus was reading the Word, when Jesus found out, when he was on earth, he was 12 years old when he found out who he was on this earth. You know? And he was saying, he found out that through the Word, I am my Father's son, you know. And so the Word is information. The information that we were giving these youth will reveal to them their inheritance.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We just don't do it enough, Patrick. And this is why I'm pleading to our listeners to put your youth in a better position. But you gotta communicate with your children. You can't just think and just say, man, this is yours. Yeah, well, you show me wise man, because I may not want it if you're not going to show me or tell me what I'm inheriting, right?
Study and make yourself approved. Because if there's no study, then you won't know anything.
Absolutely.
Lack of knowledge is very detrimental to you. So in every sense of life, you have to learn, you have to study and teach so they will be able to know.
Absolutely.
So you're telling the truth, brother.
Yeah, see, I look at you and your son, right? And how old is he?
He's 15 now.
He's 15 now. And with everything that you got to make sure he's going in the right direction, and that he understands the direction that he's going into. You ain't got a choice, because he will hate your, you know what? Because he said, you didn't give it all to me. You should have gave it all to me.
Yeah. And I show him, you know, it's a lot of different things that I'm capable of doing. I've been blessed over the 45 years I've been alive to be able to pay attention to someone and learn what they're doing and create it. I mean, take it into me and put it out just as good. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And so he looks at me like, dang, Daddy, you know how to do that? Well, I'm like, yeah, let me show you. It's not hard. This is what you can do. You just do this. And I explain to him how you do it. I detail cars. You know, people come around, they want me, say, you detail the cars yet? You got any cars? Can you take any cars? I take their car and I show my son, come on, let's clean their carpet. Let's wax their car. Let's wheel their car. This is how we clean their car. Nice. And so I say, if you don't have a job, if you can't get a job, or if you don't have any money, guess what? One thing to show, you can go down the street to Miss Johnson's house and get her car and clean it and make you $50.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's the value of who we are as parents. When we educate our children to win, we are letting our children sit back and we're just hoping for the best. You're just hoping that they're just going to be pissed because they say, you're doing that, you never showed me how to do that.
My daughter, I got a daughter that's 19, and it's sad to say that because me and her mom's relationship, we just now gaining a relationship. And so I teach her stuff when she comes to my house, and it'd be amazing to her to learn these things, but because she has been taught by her mom, she's scared to take in information. She's scared to get the information, you know.
Yeah.
And I just put it on her. I force it on her because you ride with me, I'm cutting the radio down and I'm talking.
There you go.
And she be like, yeah. And she be amazed to find out information she didn't know. I say it's simple, baby. I teach her it's simple. I say you going to school. Now she's doing an extra year in school because she was lacking. She didn't understand. She in school when was just taking classes and didn't know what she was taking. Now she don't have the proper credit.
Oh, wow. And see that, you know what? I'm glad you're talking about that. Because, see, now, let's say that you didn't come in contact with her and you was, you know, she was just out there and she never got back in contact, never came around you. She would be one angry young lady because she knows that she didn't get enough information from her parents. She knew it.
She is angry. You know why?
Why?
Because she didn't get the information she was needing, and she knows she didn't get it. So she has that anger in her because she's lacking. She knows she's lacking. So what I do is I feed it to her a little at a time because she can't digest everything at one time.
Yes.
Because she don't understand, so I have to feed it to her little by little.
Yes. Now, you know, I'm still waiting to even communicate with your son. I would love to get on a little three-way with him, and we'll go ahead and bring him up to another level, you know? How about the daughter down in Texas?
Oh, she's doing good. She just got her new apartment. She's I think she's done with her air freshness, but thank you. I haven't she been moving this week, so I think with this week coming up we might be trying to get her another pat down there. I'm gonna have to try to get her to where she's manufacturing her stuff.
There you go. She's putting everything together because that's when she's going to really wake up and say that she's in full control of it from beginning to end. And this is why I plead to y'all to teach your children how to make lotions. Teach them how to pour that oil and how to put those labels on. Because your son knows how to put those labels on. He knows exactly what to do, right?
Yeah.
See? He also a salesman, right?
Yeah. And it's amazing because it ain't easy just putting them labels on there thinking just because, oh man, I got to put a label on there. Okay, I can do it. Just slap a label on there and slap a label. No, because there is an art to marketing. And when you marketing your product got to look good. And your label needs to set at a certain spot on that bottle. On every bottle, it should be at the same area.
That's right. You got it, man. And that's how they grow. And then and guess what? Anybody else that comes inside your home that's going to share in putting labels on about, he going to say, no. There's an art to it. It's a system to putting this stuff. You can't just slap this stuff on. See? Now that 15-year-old can teach other 15-year-olds and 10-year-olds how to get that done. And when y'all have that youth economics in your church, and he's over there leading the youth how to pour and how to label, and you gonna sit back like a proud daddy, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm getting my camera this week.
You get ready to start working on taking some shots. What you gonna do with the camera when you get it?
I'm create educational pieces for the distributors that I'm dealing with because I can't call them and talk to them on the phone.
Hold on, beloved. Hold on. There's another call coming. Hold on. Caller, you on the air?
Yes.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Good. Hey, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
Good.
I want to grab another 5-gallon bucket of DPG.
I appreciate that. Hey, listen, give me about 5 more minutes. You're on the air right now. I'm doing a live show.
Okay. And I just want the Tunisian, Sandalwood Tunisian in that 5-gallon bucket. I'll be there in about 15 minutes.
Okay. Tunisia.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, beloved. Peace. Patrick.
Yes.
Okay, we're there. Hey, Mark, you'll be in about 5-10 minutes. You need a pile of Tunisian and a 5-gallon pail of DPG. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. Good morning, USA. What was that when you finished? I love it. Well, go ahead, finish, Patrick.
I was just speaking on back.
Yeah, what you doing with that camera, man?
Yeah, that camera, because I want to
Thanks.
be able to teach my daughter, and in order for me to teach her, I need to record the education. I need to record it so that she can look at it in her time and see, because I'm been doing too much stuff. I got too much going on, and I'm not able to sit and show her. So if I can show her in the privacy of my own dwelling, you know, this is what to do, then she can look at it while I'm still doing something else.
It's on, brother. Because the beauty about that, because you slap that thing on YouTube, and you can teach the world how to do it, how to move your products.
Mm-hmm.
That is what is missing in America today. We are not in the thing, especially in the beauty industry, in the cosmetic industry, we're not teaching enough. You can go on YouTube and find some stuff, but it's hard to find people that are doing how to put the whole product together and how to redistribute it. That's what's missing. Most people are just saying this is how you apply it, this is how you make it, and that's it. They never get to the point where they say, this is how you redistribute it. And this is how you make $1 million doing it.
Yeah.
That's important. And now imagine shooting a video and your son is the subject of the thing. And he's teaching other kids how to do it.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
All I say this. Claim your inheritance.
I love it. You got it, man. And the only way to do it is to start working with our kids. You got to work with your youth, ladies and gentlemen. You got to work with your kids and show them the ins and the outs of what's going on. I mean, to sit with Mark, and now he realizes that there's more to be done. And then to be able to take what I've done now and enhance what I've done, and him taking it on the road says, I got to do something more to make this business grow. That's when I sit back and said, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Because that's what you wait for. That's what you hope for, that your children take your situation to another dimension. How much time we got missing? You feel me? So I want to thank you for tuning in today with my brother Patrick, chiming in with me. We got a couple more seconds left. Just want to go ahead and leave us out with something, your last comment.
I just say thank God for you, brother, and I appreciate your mentorship and guidance, and I'm going to do the same for other people, and I ask everyone that's listening to my voice to do the same thing. Guide someone, teach someone, because they are out here lost, and if they're lost, we're going to end up being lost.
Amen. You got it. Thank you, Brother Patrick. You hit it right on the nose for me. Appreciate you. You hit it out the park today, Brother Patrick. It got...
Your blessing.
There it is. Thank you, beloved. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Peace and love. And I want to thank y'all for tuning in today. It's been a blessing. And God got a blessing just for you, man. You got to teach your children. That's your blessing. Teaching your youth what their worth is and how to work with them and expanding their qualities, right? So I want to say thank you. Have an awesome day. I'll see you tomorrow, same time, 8 o'clock. God bless you. God got a blessing.